Better to have a short life that is full of what you like doing than a long life spent in a miserable way.
Welcome to Footwork.
And with the national team, do you have any fond memories about games, about competitions, about playing with different players? Like when you look back at it, what are some things that you think about?
I was blessed enough to play against Spain and France, and those teams at the time had like Cucurella, the guy at Chelsea, was playing on Spain.
Did he have the hair?
I know France. Yeah, he had the hair.
Came out the womb with that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I know we played France, and we played against Odward, the striker at Crystal Palace. I played against Upamecano. He was playing that game as well. And it's like you look at these guys and you see that these guys are quality, and that you were at that level, and it even motivates you more to see those guys at the level that they're at, and the fact that you were once on the same pitch and playing against them, it kind of motivates you to believe even more in yourself, and give that extra effort to hopefully get to that point in your career. And in terms of guys I played with on the national team as well. My roommate at when I went to the Canary Islands with the under-19s was Weston McKinney. Down to earth guy. He was top player. I honestly still remember the first training session. At the end of training, we were doing a little 11v11, and I still remember he picked up the ball at half, just picked up his head, just looked back down at the ball, and then just chipped the goalie from behind half. It was something unbelievable, and it was honestly, I think that was honestly the first moment that I realized that this guy is different. He's got that something special. And I still remember after training, my dad specifically asked me how it went. And I still remember telling him that happened. And I was like, I don't think I've ever seen that in my career happen live. It was something. It was definitely something that stood out. And and then you look back at that team that was there. There's a bunch of guys playing in top leagues here in Europe, and like I said, it's motivating to see these guys do well. It makes me happy knowing that I was at that level, but at the same time, it motivates me to want to push more and get to that level as well, and hopefully get to the full men's national team someday.
And what advice would you give to young footballers or footballers in general waiting on the perfect opportunity instead of going out there and taking advantage of an opportunity or any new platform?
I would say that there's never really that perfect opportunity. And even if there is, I feel like it's just like 1% of people get the perfect opportunity. And I think that, like, especially for me, from the fact that I got a call to go to Slovenia and I was hesitant, and I kind of myself was even looking for that perfect opportunity, whether it be to play here in Portugal or play in the US, and that just never came. It was just never going to come about, or wasn't coming at the time. But I got this one opportunity, and my parents told me to take it and take the risk. And now looking back, I think it's the best thing. I feel like the game of football is so competitive that if you miss one opportunity, you might miss it forever. I feel like it's something that if you don't jump on that one opportunity that you get, someone else is going to take it, and then there it goes, your opportunity to to maybe even prove to everybody that, okay, maybe that's not where I see myself at, but maybe it's a stepping stone that I can go there and play there, do well, show everyone the capabilities I have and that I believe in. I have, and I know that I have, and I'll use it as a stepping stone to go to a higher level. And I think that comes with taking every opportunity that you get and running with it and seeing where it goes. I feel like it's better to take the risk and see where it goes and regret it than later looking on and saying what if I could have went there and maybe I could have went there, or just always questioning like what if I went there and stuff like that. I think it's better to regret than ask that what if later down. And honestly, I'm pretty sure it was probably seven or eight teams that told me no before I got the opportunity to go to Slovenia. So yeah, there's a lot of trials, and I think that hearing no consistently definitely made me start to doubt myself a little bit and made me start thinking about maybe I'm not going to be a footballer. Maybe I should start thinking of making money and starting to work a normal job now. And maybe it's just not meant to be after 7 or 8 trials and everyone keeps saying no. Maybe I'm just not good enough. And I was starting to doubt myself, but thankfully I had family and friends behind me, always pushing me and always telling me that the opportunity was going to come and that I'm good enough to play at the next level. And it kind of kept me going. And thankfully I got that one opportunity and I took it.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully it didn't go the other way. But
Yeah.
I can imagine, man, seven or eight no's and kind of, the span of a year and a half is damaging on any player's confidence. So I can only imagine of where that took to of am I good enough? That question that footballers always ask each other, whether it's before a game and during a tough spot or anything like that. So for you, and I think this is a great thing for young players to know, is that look at the level you're playing at, but look at all of the rejection and quote unquote failure that came before it that helped set up these kinds of things. Guys need to know how much goes into it, how much hardship there can be before the big payoff. So from a confidence standpoint, how did all of those no's from people, or how did you flip all those no's into people and still keep the innate self-confidence that allowed you to go into Europe and bag 17, 18 goals and continue to know I'm good enough for these levels, even though there might be 7 guys who said no to me. I'm going to make 7 guys that want me after I scored 19, 18 goals, whatever it was.
Yeah, it's just, I think that I go back to that COVID year all the time about how difficult it was and all that blood, sweat, and tears that I put in training on my own. No one knew that I was training that hard, but I knew, and I knew all that sacrifice that I put. And then, like my parents said, when I told them about the opportunity, I dreamt about playing professional my whole childhood. I worked so hard my whole life. I sacrificed so much, whether it be not going to friends' birthday parties or not hanging out with my friends every weekend. I missed prom. I didn't go to any of my proms because it was playoffs. I didn't walk my high school graduation because
Oh, damn.
I was at playoffs. These were the sacrifices that I made in my life that looking back, after all those no's and stuff, it made me kind of built this fuel inside me and this belief that after all these years, I truly believe in myself and my capabilities. And after that 2020 year, I think my mental strength doubled. I've started believing in myself and just had this huge like rise in self-confidence and stuff like that. And honestly, I think that I carry that with me every day, and that belief that I'm the best. I always tell myself that I'm the best on the field, and I believe that I'm the best player, and I just try to show that and just play with freedom and the belief that I have in myself and the capabilities. At the end of the day, I keep repeating that I believe in the belief in me and the capabilities. I feel like that's extremely important, because if you don't have that in yourself, then who's gonna believe that? I feel like you need that self-belief, and you need to be telling yourself these things if you truly want to be the best and be at the level that you want to be at.
Couldn't agree more. And just kind of like you said, there's going to be a lot of people who don't believe in you. So you have to make sure that you at least believe in you before anyone else does.
I would say it would be scoring that brace on my professional debut in Slovenia. It was kind of a testament to all that hard work that I put in that very difficult year prior, and it kind of just gave me some relief in terms of just all that hard work wasn't for nothing, and that thankfully I continued, and that kind of it just kind of paid off at that time. Like after, I was just extremely happy that I didn't give up on myself, and that I kept believing in myself, and kind of that was kind of the fruits of that work ethic and that belief in myself.